Hey, it's JC1424 once again with NASCAR Heat 2002, and this is going to be the beginning of a championship Let's Play as Dale Earnhardt Jr. in his number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet. He is the son of Dale Earnhardt, the Intimidator, NASCAR legend and Hall of Famer. I think all these guys right here are Hall of Famers. Jeff Gordon, Bobby Labonte, even Dale Earnhardt Jr. himself. I thought, is he in the Hall of Fame yet? I didn't think he is. But we just finished the season as David Pearson on NASCAR Legends, which that was a spectacle to an extent. Overall, I hate that game. That is the worst NASCAR game I have played in my entire life. But let's get into this. Let's go to championship mode and see what Alan Bestwick has to say.
Always dreamed of competing for the Cup Championship? Well, here's your chance with NASCAR Heat's Championship feature. Championship is basically the same as single race, except this time you can compete in a series of races. We'll actually use the NASCAR point system to keep track of your season. So let's see if you can be consistent in your bid to win our Cup Series Championship. Good luck.
There it is, the shiny Budweiser Chevrolet, except they can't put Budweiser on the car. They couldn't do that in any of the games. I mean, maybe they could do it in the Papyrus games. I don't think so. I don't freaking know. I did want to mention Kurt Busch over here has no sponsors. I don't know why they couldn't have his only. You have him in the game, but they couldn't have the Sharpie or the Rubbermaid or whatever. Of course, they don't have all the drivers. They have Mike Wallace. I don't think that NASCAR Thunder 2002 had Mike Wallace. That's Kitty Wallace. Got a bunch of Wallaces. Okay. They don't have alternate paint jobs, so you don't get Kenny Wallace's yellow and red car, just this white and blue one. Ken Schrader still has this ugly M&M's car that doesn't even have the colors right. It's like it's supposed to be blue, yellow, and red. Instead, it's blue, yellow, and brown or something. Ricky Rudd. I love that car. I've always loved that specific year of that car. Steve Park. Jody Machek. Jeremy Mayfield in here. They don't have Bill Elliott or Casey Atwood or any of those guys, but yeah, let's get with Dale Earnhardt Jr. I would even go as far to say that the graphics in this game, or the visual appearance of this game, looks way better than NASCAR Heat Evolution because it's not dusty and it doesn't look like it's covered in sand or whatever. Opponent strength, we'll put it on custom, 100%. I like the 100%. If you go higher than 100%, well, then you're giving their cars more capability than you. At least that's how I've always felt. That sneak peek I gave you guys a few weeks ago where I went to Michigan with Dale Earnhardt Jr., that I raced on 100% difficulty there. Race length, you'll put on 10%, which is what I did in that video as well. Realism, expert, wear factor, we'll put it on 4 times. Flags, put them all on. I think put black flags, I can worry about speeding in a pit road. I don't know what the speed limit is for every track individually. Hopefully they tell us somehow. I didn't see anything at Michigan. So you'll put all, and we'll do the full season. How long is the full season? Okay, I get to start in first place in the standings. It's irrelevant. Okay, I had to stop for a bit and skip because they don't count how many races we have here. They don't keep track of that. But you got 7 per page, so that's 7, 14, 21, 28, plus 3. So that's 31 races. That means there's 5 races that they don't have. I know they don't have Pocono. They don't have Kansas. They don't have Chicagoland. I didn't see that in there. So, yeah, there's 2 Pocono races. That's 4. There's 1 more. They don't have the Brickyard. What the fuck? This game doesn't... I mean, maybe Dirt to Daytona didn't have Indianapolis either? I don't remember racing there in that game. That's weird. Well, let's just go do the Daytona 500. At least it's still a large season. Almost the entire schedule. Oh, okay. I thought it would just go straight to like the race weekend or something. How am I forgetting how this game works? I just played this like 2 weeks ago. Okay, so yeah. We're gonna not do qualifying. We'll just start last in every race. Got to see John Andretti starting up front. Jeff Burton up there on pole, I think it said. Not in the X-Side car. I mean, I love the X-Side car. Whenever I do a season as Jeff Burton, because why wouldn't I? I would go with the season where he had his X-Side car, that pink one, so gorgeous, with the chrome on it and all that. Chrome number decals and stuff. I mean, the Citgo car is cool too, but I remember him in his Citgo car for not really doing that great in it. Well, I can't say this is a throwaway lap because we're hanging on to the draft a little bit, and we'll get back to them by the end of it. We might even make a pass off turn 4. Yeah, we got the mirror on, got the leaderboard on. In the sneak peek video, I tried to show you all the little cameras and different overlays for tire wear and damage and fuel and whatever. We are so slowly closing back in on these guys. But this is generally what I plan to keep on the screen. But I can always just tap R1 or L1, R2, R2. Okay, I can tap R2 and I can look how the tires are doing, temperatures. So that's something you didn't get in the other game was temperatures. Just this one. Maybe you got in the Papyrus games. I don't know. Okay, that's telling us how much damage we have. Of course, we don't have any yet. And I can go back to the leaderboard by pressing L2. Okay, so it's L2 and R2 to switch between all that information up there. And then I always want to have the mirror on. I don't think it really affects the game's constant frame rate that much. Finally making passes because all the runs are on the bottom. I might be able to make positions up on the outside, but we take a specific scenario where there's just not much going on the bottom, like where everyone's stacking up and I've got a big gap between someone in front of me. I can actually pass some guys on the outside, but you got to be able to clear them eventually and get back down to the bottom. And the bottom is everything at Daytona, just like it has been for all these years in NASCAR games. No, Mike Skinner. I'm trying to not hit the apron. Hitting the aprons is terrible in this game. It's that same shit it is in a lot of games, whether it's the EA Sports games throughout the years, or NASCAR Evolution, Heat 2 and Heat 3. Heat 3? Heat 3. Yeah, you touch the apron in almost any damn track and the car will spin like a top. And if it doesn't do that, then you're easily screwed over just like that. So far, we're up to 17th at the end of the 3rd lap of this race. I'm not sure if this will be a 1 pit stop or 2 pit stop race. I figure it's just 1, like it will be at most tracks, but 4 times wear factor is like just 4 times what you would do in a 100% length race. And I'm not sure exactly how that pans out. Okay, we're coming. We're getting it done. Just stay on the bottom. I might try to do something on the outside eventually. We're 3 wide. Mark Martin is just going with me. I've noticed that. So, comparing this to NASCAR Legends, it's like the complete opposite. The handling is extremely sensitive and scary. Like, it looks fine right now. But the moment you gotta get off of a car, you can't, because you get stuck to them. Get off the wall, you can't, you're stuck to the wall. And it gets loose very easy. Like, look at the back of the car just shaking and wobbling around. It looks so very unstable. That was smooth in NASCAR Legends. And usually I don't talk about that because I kind of expect the car to just drive fine in a NASCAR game. Because driving is one of the main aspects of a racing game. But the AI in NASCAR Legends were nuts. They gave no fucks, and they were extremely unfair. They took no tire wear while I took severe tire wear. And my pit stops were always determined by tire wear and not fuel. Except for in the last race of the NASCAR Legends season where I tried to go halfway and then ran out of gas. But, yeah, NASCAR Legends was a very stupid game. It was a great idea. And, they got the roster good. And the driving of the car was nice for the year. But in this game, the driving is very unstable, but the AI are great. They're great AI. It's just, it's hard to realize that. Realize how good the racing is with the instability of the car. But we're in the top 10. A gap is being created between someone who started up front, John Andretti, and us. So I'm trying to just stay behind Jerry Mayfield at the moment until I'm sure we can actually cling on to John Andretti and get with the top 5. So we got Kevin Harvick in 2001 Daytona 500. How did Dale Earnhardt die in the offseason? That's what the question is. I mean, I could have been also asking that in the NASCAR Thunder 2002 season. But, yeah, in this universe, if Dale Earnhardt doesn't make it to the Daytona 500, then where did he die? Where did he go? Did he just decide to retire, even though he was still in his prime? I don't freaking know. What is the lore to this season, where Dale Earnhardt just isn't racing anymore as soon as we start the season? I mean, I think he was like one of the winning teams in the Rolex 24. I don't want to take that away from him. So maybe he went to race IndyCar. I don't fucking know. Yeah, Dale Earnhardt driving IndyCar. That makes sense. I mean, he could have. So, you know, we got with these guys eventually. Oh, let's not wreck John Andretti. The steering, it might look like it's nothing. You know, the steering is fine. But it's like the corner's over, and the analog stick is still somewhat detecting me steering to the left. It's like it's left in this minuscule position where the game is deciding I'm still turning, and it'll veer me into somebody without me trying to. I can get off the analog stick, and it's still doing that. It's so easy to leave the analog stick in this slight position where you're not going straight. There's just that much to it. So this is the 9th lap of the race. Everybody should be pitting in a couple laps. Oh man, pitting at super speedways in this game is hell. Pitting in general in this game is just hell. Because it's like the cars, you hit the brakes and they just kick out sideways and damn near do a whole freaking 180. They did that in NASCAR Heat Evolution. NASCAR Heat 2 maybe a little bit less. And Heat 3 I don't think it was really a problem anymore. Then it was just the aprons at that. But man, you could not pit at all in NASCAR Heat Evolution. You'd be lucky if you get down pit road without crashing into the damn pit wall or sliding back up the track. So I don't know what the hell I'm going to do here. These guys ain't pitting yet. Oh man, I remember vaguely racing at Daytona and NASCAR Thunder 2002. Kurt Busch, don't make me kill you. But yeah, NASCAR Thunder 2002. Whenever it came down to pit stops, it's like they all just smashed the brakes at once coming off turn 4, and it was just the most unpredictable thing. I don't know if they do the same thing in this game. They might do something like that. Typically, they're okay at getting down pit road. This game does give you, the occasional caution. It's not as scripted as all the other later NASCAR Heat games that eventually came about. But we got it going. We got cars behind me. I've got cars in front of me, and I don't know how I'm going to do this. I guess we have to keep on going. We have to stay in the pack, of course. We got to stay drafting. Because if I pit, and I come back on the track with no one to draft, that's an easy way to lose a bunch of time. I don't know if it would make it easier to get down pit road with cars not in front of me or cars in front of me. Because I already think it makes it difficult by having cars behind me. Now, I know we can't pull away. That is not happening. There's no way we're pulling away unless it's by having a fast pit stop. I haven't been told that I've got low fuel, but might go like one more lap after they pit if I can. Oh, there they go. We still got someone behind me that isn't pitting just yet. I guess it's Dale Jarrett. I'm assuming Bobby Labonte, Tony Stewart, Mayfield, Martin, they're still staying out. We got gaps on them. I still swear someone's going to run me over and it's going to be a big mess. Actually, I only see Dale Jarrett. Like, are they so far behind that they're not even showing up in the mirror? I don't know. How do you look at the fuel? All I see is tires. Oh, now it's telling me I'm low on fuel. So it doesn't tell me until I actually just there. Well, that's inconvenient. They tell me way more about the tire temperatures and shit than give me fuel information. Okay. Here goes nothing. This could make or break the race for us. Okay, I'm just gonna tap, 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 tap the brakes. Now, last second. Okay, that's all I got. And we're still ahead of Dale Jarrett, so it's okay. Yeah, we'll fill the tank. We'll take 4 tires. I ain't repair no damage. We got like just a little bit of damage, not much at all. So yeah, if I didn't already mention it, yeah, I'm recording videos in my house now. I got a bunch of stuff recorded ahead of time so I could focus on, the moving process and getting all the display ready before actually recording videos here. 15.9 seconds stop. All these cars on pit road. Still on pit road. Because I figured that most of the guys pit the first time around. Why y'all make me slow down for Dale Jarrett? That's dumb nuts. That's nonsense. It's weird. I saw so many cars go down pit road, and it looked like almost everybody was on pit road this time. Which is just, that confuses me. Because they didn't pit twice. Their pit stops can't take, like, the length of me going 2 laps. I was supposed to beat him off pit road. It's just he had a later pit stall. But they made me stop for him, so now I'm behind. This is fine, we got his draft. Dale Earnhardt Jr. probably going to win the 2001 Daytona 500. because Michael Waltrip's not in the game. I mean, in reality, I think that's what would have happened if Michael Waltrip wasn't in the 2001 Daytona 500 for no damn reason. Then the guy in second place would have been, and it is Dale Earnhardt Jr. So, yeah, I just have to pass Dale Jarrett. And we've got 5 laps to do that. Now, you can see a little bit of how unstable the steering is. That easily could have gone so wrong. You know, Dale Jarrett running me over. Instead, he just kind of stayed behind me. I could have decided to pit with the first group of cars and gotten run over. Or, you know, I get on the brakes and the car just kicks out sideways and does a 180 and dirt the dirt. And it'll happen at some point. I feel like there's a bunch of tracks where pitting is going to be hell. A bunch of tracks where I'm going to get my car destroyed instead of just taking a simple pit stop. Oh, man. Now that we don't have the strength of the pack, it's hard to get as much of a run to pass somebody. I'm trying to clear him here. I think we're gonna. Yep. Clear Dale Jarrett. Back to the lead. Oh, no, we're not quite clear yet. How is he sticking with me in that position? Because I can't do anything on the outside, but them, they can maintain. So after pit stops, oh, me and Dale Jarrett are up here, but everybody else is about a second behind. I don't know what the heck happened.
All right, last lap. Let's do it.
Yep. Last lap, and Dale Jarrett ain't charging. Well, first of all, I don't know why Dale Jarrett can't stick with me very well. And then second of all, it eludes me, like, the rest of the field can't catch us. You know, because they have that big old group of cars behind us, they draft together, but they aren't getting to us. It's not often that happens, and I don't think that would happen back in 2001. I don't get no victory celebration, they just give us a replay. Yeah, there's the race results. You know, look at that. Oh, and they give us all of this, which is, it's a lot of details, but it's hard to actually read all at once. No cautions. It'll just kind of happen at random, or if I cause one. I feel like it's kind of surprising that we didn't cause a caution just bumping into somebody early on in the race. Big old group of cars all stuck together. Yeah, and they tell you the starting positions where all these guys came from in the results. Elliott Sadler didn't finish the race. He fell 2 laps short. Now, I gotta make the thumbnail. Something cool about the replay in this game is that you can, of course, you've got the camera. Let me get with one so you can actually see what I'm doing. You can go picking through all the different cars in the field. I don't know why you can't do that anymore. We haven't been able to do that in years. Right up front. The Jeff and Jeff show. Now here's something that wasn't in the NASCAR Heat games whenever they got resurrected back in like 2016. You can actually look at all the results and scroll through them, see how many points everybody gets. And the race length was 16 minutes, 22 seconds. I had the highest average speed, which, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Led the most laps. Dale Jarrett led some in there. Kurt Busch, Ricky Rudd. Jeff Gordon did, and he started second and then finished 14th. 1-4-2-4, get it? And then, yeah, there's all that. Elliott Sadler didn't finish the race. What is laps? Oh my God, they tracked my entire progress in detail through the race. I have never seen any other game do this much. Holy shit. My fastest lap in the race was lap 5, whenever I climbed to 10th. It was 46.18. That's a pretty fast lap for 2001, I guess, maybe. Made up a lot of positions starting lap 3. I was making up a few spots between lap 8 and 9, I guess. And then once I got to the lead, I just kind of stayed there. We lost a position off pit road. It took us a while to get it back, I guess, between 14 and 15. So yeah, let's go back. I saw a rating. What's rating? That is some kind of game completion thing that I don't care about. That's what that is. Of course, the standings are just going to reflect what we did in the first race. And we can just go back to the schedule. They don't have a thing where you can see the car or see the next race you're going to do or anything like that. It's not really that sophisticated. They don't put too much on display. But in general, it's a really good-looking game. Most games didn't have this nice blue thing and in all the different colors. The game's logo is hot because it's NASCAR Heat. This game's got some decent sound effects and everything. But yeah, next up, North Carolina Speedway, The Rock. And I'll see you guys for that in a few days, I suppose. See you next time. That's that, and episode over.